What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video of On and I. For those of you who don't know me, I am Raeesah and this is
Immanuel with an I.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking everything small business and the tips that we've learned that we can let you guys know, because a lot of you always asking like, how did you do it? And we always make it seem so easy, but actually it's not. So if you are at home where you should be, get yourself a cup of coffee, tea, sit back and enjoy.
My ocean, she ride into my ocean. Quite frankly, oh my ocean, my ocean.
So the first thing that I would like to start with would be the fact that everybody refers to local brands or businesses that people do as small businesses, and the first thing that we should stop doing is thinking of ourselves as small, because we do so much that there's just no way we can be a small business. And if you keep thinking small, you'll play small and you'll stay small.
Well, the tip that I can give is that if your main or your primary goal is to make money out of your business, then you are in for a huge disappointment, because believe it or not, it will take you a minimum of 3 to 5 years to start making proper money. The money that you do make within the first 5 years literally should be towards the business. That's what most businesses or business owners will tell you. You do get, however, the ones who are fortunate enough to strive within the first 2 years, even or first year of the business. So I'm not saying that it's guaranteed that you won't make money within the first 5 years, no. But if that is your goal, then you are in for a huge surprise, because it doesn't work like that with business. When you start out, put money aside, aside from your goals. That's what I mean, and just focus on growing your business.
Yeah, I know that some people will listen to that and think like, but are you not starting a business to make money? And the point is that obviously we're not saying it's not to make money, but just there will be days where you don't make money. So that's where your motivation still has to be sky high. You shouldn't get demotivated if you're not making money, because it's normal.
The next tip that we have discovered, I wouldn't say late, but at a later stage of our business, was to keep as little overheads as possible. And that idea has actually helped us so much in this pandemic, because can you imagine paying rent of X amount or whatever amount in a time like this, and the economy is not doing so good. Things are like sky high at the moment, and you're binded by a contract of whatever amount of months, let's say 3 months, that you have to pay like whatever amount, and you're obligated to pay that amount, and you're gonna end up running your business at a loss. For an example, like what we did is we built our own office, in our own backyard, and I must say we did a fantastic job.
But even before that, where were we storing our clothes?
That was actually, you see, I didn't even think of that, because it was such a norm for us. It was the seed was planted in the beginning that we should save as much money as possible. Like, my house was no longer a house, it was a storage room. Her parents' house was like
Yo, my mommy was so frustrated. She was like, yo, my kitchen is not my kitchen anymore, my lounge is not my lounge anymore, because it was full of clothing
all over.
There were days where, that I would actually just leave the clothing in the bakkie, just so that you don't make it like more fuller inside.
And then come courier day, when the courier guys has to come and pick up the clothing, our office is right there in her mom's lounge. So it's like
all the courier bags is like laying on the table. There's no place to eat.
But I think also is that their support kicked in when they actually saw results from our side, in terms of, okay, the business is growing, there's more clothes coming, there's more clothes going out with the courier and stuff like that. So it was like a tolerated mess, if I may call it that. So yeah, that's the biggest tip that I can give people, is that keep as little overheads as possible. It's gonna
I
save you
think
in the long run.
if you like want to rent out a place or have a shop, so say the rent is like 80k, then you need to check like, is your business actually making 80k first before you can actually spend it on rent. So yeah.
I think, to put it in proper terms, you need to look at your needs and your wants. You need to ask yourself if having an office space is a need or is it a want. You need to ask yourself those things, because they all cost money. They all cost money, and that is money that you could have invested in something to make a certain section in your business grow.
Or make more of what.
Or make
you're
more of
selling.
whatever you're producing. Yeah. So that can be somebody's salary that can help you grow your business, instead of you renting an office space whereby you don't even use the facility.
Yeah.
So that's just examples. There's many other examples I can make, like buying a financed car for your business, and whereby you can just buy yourself like a small Anyana jalopy there just for your runarounds and all of that. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? So
Okay, and then the next one is also something, it's really important. It's to one, take risks, and to two, make sure that those risks are calculated for. So in the beginning of our, I was going to say in the beginning of our relationship, in the beginning of our business, like we were making things on order, right? So like people would first pay us and then we would make it.
which was a risk.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that wasn't the risky part. The fact that they would first pay us, then we would make it.
Yeah, I understand, but from the customer's perspective, it was a risk for them. I mean,
Oh no, I'm not talking about them. So we were like not taking risks. We were first getting the money in before we spend money. And with that, I found that we would constantly just have 20 orders, because that was all that we were accounting for. But when we started taking risks by buying fabric and making the stuff like right there and then selling it, it was as if we had to sell it. So the motivation was like kicked up a notch because we were sitting with the stock and we took the risk. So that helps you in a way. But at the same time, with saying that, make sure that the risk you take has contingency plans if the risk fails, so that you don't sit with the mess. Also, that is also okay if you took a risk and now you have to do damage control, because that's where the lesson lies. But if you can just like jot things down, I never used to go to the fabric shop with a book. Now I'm always going with a book, a calculator, just making sure that everything is in order, and that if we take the risks and it doesn't go according to plan, that we won't have to close down our business. Yeah. And then another tip is consistency and patience. Do you want to talk about
that's gonna take another video.
And just remember, guys, that everything that we're talking about, literally every lesson that we learn comes from hard times. That's why we like
So it's I don't know how to emphasize the importance of consistency. Reason being, like I said, things don't go smoothly for the longest time. I mean, we only started seeing proper results after 2 years, and we were investing our own money that we were saving up, and when we were still employed from our previous employers, and we would use our salaries, to fund our business, and we didn't make a profit for the longest time, but we remained resilient. We were patient, and it took a toll on our relationship. I mean, like all we're doing with our money is like just investing in a business that seems like it's not going anywhere, but we remained consistent with that idea because we saw the outcome of or the goal that we want to achieve, and looking at us now, it's like the pages have turned, I mean, we are self-employed now. We living off duty, and it's doing quite well in my opinion. But it all came from consistency, patience, being resilient, so that is majorly important, and you need to mentally prepare yourself before you start your business. Even if you've started your business, you need to start telling yourself that, you know what, I need to be patient and just continue with what you're doing and just put in more effort. You will see results, I promise you.
Yeah. You know what a luxury was for us? Like buying a streetwise two from KFC.
Hey!
That was like the one thing that we would like reward ourselves with off duty's money. And how much is a streetwise two? Like that was what we were taking. That was all that we were taking. Like
We
after
did
a
not
long
draw
day,
any salaries, nothing.
After a long day, you would be like, we can at least reward ourselves with something.
KFC nyan, at least.
So like, and that's fine, because if you know that you worked so hard to make that money, you'd be okay with only spending a 30 rand on whatever. Yeah. So also you said that you must start. So that was one of the tips, is to just start with whatever you have.
Just do this and go.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and do
My
it.
dad says count down. It takes 20 seconds, 5 seconds
5
to launch
seconds.
a rocket, and then there it goes. Like that's all you need, that countdown, and do it. Because I remember before we started off duty, I think we were not even really dating. I was laying there on your couch and I was telling you that I'm so scared to start because I wanted to be great and I wanted to be perfect, because whatever I'm gonna put out there is gonna be there forever. You remember I was telling you, like, they're gonna know me for that, so I have to like start great. And oh my word, that is like the worst thing I could have told myself, because waiting for something to be perfect means that you're gonna wait forever, because nothing will ever be perfect and you will never ever be ready until you actually do it. So I think just start. You can always grow your business and be better and go in your own pace. Going forward slowly is still going forward. So it's important to remember that. And yeah.
You can watch the greatest motivational speakers on YouTube. You can even watch this video and be so hyped, so pumped up, and you'll be like, yes, I'm doing this. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, that idea, the fire or the spark is out, it's because we procrastinate, and you become so complacent, because you probably have a job now, and you know that you have a stable income every month. You guarantee that income every month. But when reality kicks in, it's actually not guaranteed. Anything can happen. You can get fired tomorrow for something stupid. The company can go bankrupt, whatever the case may be, God forbid, obviously. But you are never gonna take action on that dream that you have. Just close your eyes and do it. Just do it. I mean, for me, I was a flight attendant for 8 years of my life. I think that's a story for another video. But I was hyped up for all those 8 years, and my plan was to like just fly for 2 years. I opened my eyes up 8 years later and I was still a flight attendant. I'm just grateful that I was rewarded with this beautiful specimen here next to me, out of those 8 years and out of the flying. But it was the greatest thing ever for both of us, I think, to just close our eyes and do this. And honestly, once you know that you're your own boss, and you create jobs for other people, and just seeing your dream grow up and grow in front of you, it's the most amazing feeling. I can't explain the feeling, but just close your eyes, do it.
And then one thing that was really important for us that we didn't know we needed until we had it was to get a mentor.
Oh yes.
So having a mentor for us meant that we can trust this person with our questions. and the things that we didn't know. I mean, I've never had my own business. He's had his own business, but never really to this capacity. So we have questions, and really it's okay to ask for help. Like, nobody knows everything, everybody's still learning. So we weren't even looking, like literally this person was like God sent for us.
Yeah.
And just the fact that they were willing to help us. I know that this world is full of people that
And we know you're watching. You know who you are.
I know that this world is full of people that don't want to see others shine, but really there are some good people in the world, and
Oh yes.
they are willing to help. It's people that's rooting for you, that will do things for you, that doesn't want anything back, and you will literally see it from the get-go. And once you know it, then that's your mentor. That's the person that you will never forget, that you will always look back on. I mean, if I like work out the facts and the figures these days, I keep thinking and I keep hearing what our mentor said to us, and that's how I can stay like in line, intact with what I'm doing, because those little lessons, real life lessons, things that can't be taught in school, lessons that can only come from someone that experienced, is like the greatest thing ever. So get a mentor.
The next point is about negativity. That's the one thing that is like the most important one for me. But before I dwell into the negativity, the negative side of this whole of video, is to go back on the mentor. What I'm about to speak on is the reason why you need the mentor. I think if it wasn't for this person who was guiding us, who had years of experience in the game, you know, and want nothing from us, like literally not a damn thing from us, and helped us throughout the way, you know, it was an amazing thing, because there's a huge negative aspect when it comes to you starting your own thing. So anytime, I'm sure a lot of people can relate, anytime you try to better yourself, anytime you try to broaden up things for you, you know, and place yourself in a better position, there will always be people who will project their own fears on you. People will always try and stop you, and most of the time it's not because they don't want to see you strive or anything. It's just, like I said, they're projecting their own fears on you. And sometimes a lot of us are mentally weak, and we tend to listen to them, and then we stop our dreams, and then we end up, you know, not doing what we dreamt of doing and dreamt of chasing and stuff like that. And the sad part about this is that most of these people are your own family members, people who are the closest ones to you. Yes, I'm talking siblings, parents even sometimes. And like I said again, it's not because they don't want to see you strive with whatever it is that you want to achieve, but they let me go more spiritual. It's like, you know, when the Almighty planted a vision in your head, in any person who is successful today, the Almighty planted that vision in their head. You know, it's your vision, so it's not planted in Raeesah's vision or somebody else's head, you know. So when you project what you want to do to somebody who doesn't see your vision, who doesn't have your vision, they obviously will say, no, I don't think this will happen, I think you should take another different route or whatever. It's not because that person is hating you or whatever reason that you think. It's purely because that vision is just not in their head, you know. So it's crucial to also not tell everybody your plans. Just close your eyes, do it. You will know who are the people that you need in your corner. You obviously want that support from family members and all of that, but don't get your hopes up high, and just do you, and you should speak more often to people that are maybe in the same boat as you are, or following the same direction, or who is successful with what you are doing. You know, like there's a lot of things and people that can help you with that. But yeah, so talking about the negative side is just to basically inform you guys that will come with the territory. believe it or not, it will come.
And that actually takes us back to the first point where we made, why are you doing it? So if you are so driven and so focused on your passion and you know what you want, whatever anyone says that's negative won't crush you, because you're so determined and you're so like,
You've seen that, no?
like with us, like literally, there were days where I cried myself to sleep. You can ask him, like he would have to literally like talk me through the night because someone so close to me said something to just like demotivate me. And that's when he would tell me like, no, like let's use that to our advantage and let it fuel us to do better. And I think that really helped. So you can listen to people, but you don't have to take everything that they say.
You don't have to take anything.
Just be like, cool, yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, if you want to cry, go cry. Just make sure that you dust yourself off the next day and continue.
Think about it this way. So you listen to that person, you felt how you felt, you said you're disappointed, and now you're not going through with what you're doing. Don't you think that you're giving that person the satisfaction or giving the person the right to say, but you see, I told you, so, well, we're all wired differently, and this platform that we have right now is basically just to give you guys our experience and let you know how we dealt with certain things, and that it's okay to feel a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's what you do, it's the choices that you make.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just again, I don't know how much more to emphasize, to just close your eyes and just step into doing what you need to do to follow your dream. Yeah,
and like I wanted to say is that these are just some of the pointers that we've picked up along the way. And to be honest, like everyone can give you advice, but it really comes down to you and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to put in. I get so many messages every day of people asking me, who's my CMT? Where do I print? Where do I do this? Where do I do that? And for me, it's like I've worked so hard to get to that point. Like I've put in the work. And because I've put in the work, I know what my business is about. I know the pros, the cons, and I can deal with it. If you gonna ask me that, and I'm gonna tell you, here's the CMT, here's this, here's that, you're gonna go there and you're gonna expect everything to be hunky-dory, and when it's not, you're not gonna know how to handle that struggle because it was handed to you. So cut that out. Like, take advice from people, steal with the eye, but put in the work, because putting in the work means appreciating what you've done, how far your business has grown. And you know what, people aren't selfish if they don't want to tell you they put in the work. I won't dare ask anybody, just because I know that, you know what, this is my journey and I need to find my feet. It's nice when people can help you out, but from there, go do the work.
I mean, there's times where she goes to bed morning hours, doing research on things and stuff, like what the launch or the next style or whatever, and then for somebody to just come and say, oh, can you hand me over the research that you did, because that's practically what you're doing, and I sincerely hope, which I know for a fact is not gonna help much, but I sincerely hope that people who do this and they're watching this now, I hope that you see that this is just a way of us trying to guide you into the right direction. We're not trying to diss anyone, we're not trying to offend anyone. Obviously a lot of times people do things without realizing that they're not doing the right thing. So this is just our way of saying, don't do that. We're not saying, no, that's not what we're doing here. This is also, if you allow yourself to not think on the surface, you'll see that this is us actually trying to help you. So I mean, like I said, or like Raeesah said rather, that we do the research, like we go to bed like morning hours trying to figure out what we need to do next and all of that. We don't go to people and like, listen, can you give me that person's number so that I can also do whatever? And then you don't even know the first thing about starting up,
or how we even got there,
you know what I mean? And most of the people that we work with, we literally went to war with them for us to
Yeah.
have the relationship that we have with them right now, you know. And
Like, seriously.
so the reason why you don't see us making YouTube videos and stuff like that, it's because we have tremendous stress upon our heads, because we have to deal with people and other establishments, you know. But we worked our asses off to get to where we are today, you know. And it wasn't an easy decision to make, to leave our jobs, you know. Nobody handed anything over to us, nothing. Like, there's times where we have to stress and be like, yo, how are we gonna pay the rent and stuff like that, you know. And gradually that changed, obviously, with the work that we put in. But it all comes back to us answering these people who like ask us to give them connection with this person or with that, because they also want to start this and whatever. Like, do the research. If you can at least come to us and be like, okay, this is what I got,
Yeah,
this
I
is
was
what I
gonna say
received,
that.
and all of that, by all means we'll be like, okay, you can start here and all of that. But just nah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we were chatting to his cousin Dudu, shout out Dudu, and she was like, you know what, the best people to help is the ones that come to you and says like, you know what, I did this research, this is what I have, but I'm stuck, what now? 100% will help you, because you now understand firstly the struggle,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that's also another tip, is to put in the work and then ask for help. Like they say, God helps those who help themselves. Ding. Okay guys, so we've come to the end of our video, but we're not done there. We are going to be running a competition. So if you are a startup business or wanting to start up your business and need a few rands towards your what do you call it, capital, then we are giving away a 500 rand. So all you need to do is make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment down below what motivates you. But if you don't have a small business or not planning on starting a small business and you're just out there chilling, supporting local, then make sure that you comment down below, I support local, and make sure that you are also subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you could win what I'm wearing.
And it is unisex, guys.
Yeah.
So don't think that it's only for ladies. Please make sure you're a subscriber and comment I love local if you don't have your own business. If you do have your own business, just comment down below what motivates you, and we will choose a winner and send 500 rand, and we will announce the winner on our next YouTube video.
Okay, good luck guys. Thank you. Bye.